What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. In today's video, I got my girl Lolly. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about and discussing our opinion on people are who they are. If they don't want to change, there's no changing them. They got to want to do it themselves. And that's what we're going to talk about. But before we get into the video, have you subscribed to my channel yet? If you have not, I will give you a few seconds to do that. The button is right here, right below in red. Yeah, that one right there. Now that you've done that, let's get into the video. What we're talking about today is kind of like a general rule for people. If people are showing you that they are a certain way, that they act a certain way, that's just who they are, then we have to believe them. The thing with a lot of people is that they are hopeful that they can either expect something different from the person or change the person,
or this person will change for me because they love me.
That's not happening unless the person wants to do it. I feel like we all know people that maybe we wish would be different, would act different, would treat us differently or whatever.
Whether it's a friend, a family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend, general rule, all around.
Yeah.
You need to come to terms with the fact that you can't change someone that doesn't want to change themselves.
If only we could try and realize that earlier, we'd probably save ourselves a lot of disappointment. So if somebody is showing you that they treat you a certain way, if somebody is just, and not that that's even like a bad way, let's say it's just the way that they function. Let's say it's the way they know how to be. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. Everyone has their own way of living, but if it's something that you would wish would be another way and it's just the way they are, then you just have to accept that. And sometimes that does mean lowering your expectations so that you're not constantly disappointed.
Also coming to terms with the fact that your needs are not going to be met, and your needs are valid, but you have to realize like this particular person is never going to fulfill your needs and you can't change them.
Whether it's your friend that doesn't communicate with you the way you want to be communicated with and you're like, okay, well maybe that's not who I need to be friends with, or a family member who is not loving you the way you want to be loved, or a significant other that you realize is not, your values aren't the same, whatever it is. Like, what takes people a long time to realize is people are showing you the way that they are, and we choose to not believe it right away. Like, we want to just keep it dragging on until you're like, okay, I've had enough. But people are showing, it doesn't need to be like 100 actions before you realize that that's the way a person is.
Yeah.
Like, you can just realize it after the first 10 or the first 5.
I think a lot of people have this kind of like hero mentality of, I'm gonna be the person that changes them, I'm gonna save them, and that's just bullshit.
If there's a person in their life that needs help, you just need to remember that you don't have to save anybody. It's not your responsibility. Surround yourself with people that are the way you want to live, like, you know what I mean?
And it all starts within too. I saw this really, really interesting video talking about, we base what we look for in a partner based off of our caregivers when we were children. So if your main caretaker was distant emotionally, subconsciously you look for that in a partner. Maybe your needs, you need a lot of love and attention and affirmations, but your partner's not giving that, because subconsciously you search for a partner that was distant emotionally. And that ties into the whole, you're trying to change them, they're gonna change for me, but they're not meeting your needs. You need to heal your inner child yourself.
And what's important here to mention is self-awareness. If you're not aware that you had a very toxic relationship with your parents or caregivers or whoever raised you, then you have no idea that you are unconsciously searching for a toxic partner. Realizing all of this is super important, especially at the youngest age possible, or whenever the
young age of when you start dating or forming your own relationships, forming your own friendships.
Whoever takes care of us when we are a child, a baby, a child, whatever, it's the first relationship that we have formed. It's the first love connection that we have. So we associate every other love connection to kind of that.
To that one.
And that is how we recreate our past traumas. I'm sure you've heard the saying, you're acting exactly like your mother did. You sound just like your father, or something like that. Like, people recreate the same things that have happened to them in their lives. If we're not aware of these things, we will just keep recreating past crap and passing it down to our loved ones and our kids. This is all just a reminder to, again, work on yourself.
Be self-aware. It's all about self-awareness and doing your own work on yourself. Forget about other people, heal yourself.
A lot of people are like, I want this in a partner, I want that in a partner. If you want a 10, you have to be a 10. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, I want this and that, but it's like, are you this and that? Are you the type of person that you would want to date?
And look at your past relationships with your caretakers. Look at the negative traits, look at the positive traits.
When you know things, you act differently in your life. So, and we talk about this all the time because we try to be as aware as possible. Lo will tell me, I had a great realization in therapy the other day, and I'm super excited to be able to implement this in my life going forward. And it's like, oh, what is it? And she'll be able to really go into depth because she's realized certain things. And same for me and my sister, we talk about it all the time. And the relationship you have with your parents is so much more important than some people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
it really, really affects you and affects all your relationships going forward.
Yes. And if you feel like you're struggling in your romantic relationships, take a step back and look at your relationships with your parents.
Mm-hmm. And it's also not always about mending those issues or those relationships. Sometimes, those relationships are really toxic and
you gotta let that go.
You gotta let that go. But again, it's all about healing yourself and doing the work yourself. You gotta focus on your needs and your values and what makes you feel safe and secure and loved, and find it within yourself to meet your own needs.
Right.
You can't look elsewhere. You can't search outside of yourself.
Once you learn how to self-soothe, because that's self-soothing, just like babies can self-soothe themselves when you're sleep training them, they learn how to do that. We as adults, we are like small babies sometimes still, because we have not healed certain things, so we are still needing to heal that. These are all things to be aware of, and we have conversations like this all the time, and we thought, why not talk about it with you guys and just let that out, because we go to therapy, we talk about things, and I'm so happy that we're both on the same page with that, where we can just be really open about all this stuff. And we're best friends for more than 15 years now.
I know, it's wild.
So I know a lot about her relationship with her parents. She knows a lot about my sister and I's relationship with our parents, and it's just really great to be able to work through that together and individually, and soothe ourselves together and individually.
Soothe each other individually.
So my camera died because it's overheating in the car, so we hope you enjoyed this type of conversation.
Like, comment, subscribe down below. Subscribe to her channel. If you want to attract a 10, you need to be a 10.
I hope you enjoyed my special guest that I always love having and doing videos with. We're definitely going to be doing more.
Yes.
I'll be coming to Toronto, okay?
Get ready.
Gabby and Juan, we're doing videos together.
Get ready.
This is her channel right over here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. It really does help get this video out to more people who should watch it, who need to watch it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!